Can you repeat that?
Sure. We'll edit that out, don't worry. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Honestly, I think it would be fun to work with Kanye. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And you know, his mind is kind of out there with things, but it works artistically, and that's what I would be into. So, making music, definitely. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. That's part of the appeal, I think. Yeah. It can be alienating for some, but I think as far as the music goes, there's some good stuff that could be made there. Not really. Going back to Kanye, though, I do have an affinity for Kanye because I met him on his College Dropout album before, like, nobody knew him. And he had this concert at this, like, small place, and I got to touch his hand. I just remember that was, like, I was sold after that, so. That's where that comes from. Yeah. No celebrity crush, no. Just a musical kind of dream to work with, collaboration. I think it would be great to collaborate, and I know this is gonna get brought up eventually, Florence Welch. I think that would be amazing. It would be like a nice acoustic set, definitely a harp in the room. We don't have one here, but I guess one will be coming soon. That's good. So, yeah, that would just be amazing. Well, I mean, her stuff is like really percussion heavy, and that's great. So it's just, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, she just delivers, I feel. And her lyrics are like, you know, there's so much more, like they transcend the usual, oh, he broke my heart, or I miss you. Like, you'll never hear that from her. She'll use something else, like she'll say something else like weird and out there, but you get it, like you get what she's trying to say. You know, my favorite growing up was Mariah Carey. Like, I listened to her like crazy. I claimed butterflies as my favorite animal, and no other girl in the 5th grade could have butterfly be her favorite. So, yeah. She was just great. I think that was the main one. And then I listened to Destiny's Child. That was also fun. I listened to Spice Girls, and I'm not even embarrassed to admit that, because they were so great. And it was all like girl power, and we were all, you know, it was just great that they had some really good songs. Well, my first big live performance was like 2 months ago in May. And that was an experience. It wasn't, you know, it was a very relaxed setting, definitely. The crowd was, you know, there were people there. Weren't that many people, but, you know. So it's terrifying. It's like way more terrifying, obviously, because you have one chance to get that note right, you know. And then, and like other people are there listening, which is, I know is the point, but it's still like, oh, you know, you have to inhale like a little deeper and yeah, keep up with the, and you know, you have to perform, you know what I mean? Like in the studio, you can just like close your eyes and like turn the lights down and then just like go inwards. But then when you're performing, it's like you have to be like turned on a little bit more.
Sure.
Like you can't be singing the whole song with your eyes closed. Yeah. Yes, so the thing with the studio is that it's like a double-edged sword as well, because there's no pressure. You can record like a lot of times, but then it's easy to like to keep doing it, and then you're not looking what you're looking for, and you just keep doing it until you kill it. So you have to like give it room to breathe, or you rely too much on the editing, you know. It's like, oh, I'll fix this later. Da, da, da. Yeah, well, I was born in Nairobi, Kenya, and then I lived there for a year, and then we moved to Los Angeles. So those were my first memories. And then we moved back to Africa. We moved to Harare, Zimbabwe, which was really nice. It was one of my favorites. And then we moved to Johannesburg, South Africa, and that was nice. And that was all before the age of 10. And then after that, we moved to Geneva, Switzerland. And yeah, and then came back here eventually for school. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, it just started off as a hobby, you know? And then even when I moved here, I was like, oh, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look for a job. I'll get a job, and then I'm gonna look for, you know, the chance to like jam. Like I was just looking to have fun. And then it became like kind of grew like this, you know, to actually record things and not just, you know, sing a couple songs on a Friday evening, you know, and then you start getting drawn more and more into it. And yeah, you get excited to see where it'll go. Good to be here. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And roll.
It's just a really exciting time, and I cannot wait to see where this goes.